It's all the above, best believe we do it better. I want the fame, the fortune, all the above. I want the checks, the moolah, all the above. From Philadelphia to New York, all the above. Man, tell them other stations they don't do it like us. I want the fame, the fortune, all the above. I want the checks, the moolah, all the above. From Philadelphia to New York, all the above. Man, tell them other stations they don't do it like us. What up?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your girl, Angel Marie from All of the Above, and I am joined here today by recording artist and actress Simone Miller. How are you?
Hi, I'm amazing. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
Of course, thank you for chatting with me today. It's such a pleasure. Now, to jump right into it, we need to know what inspired you to pursue a career as a singer and an actress?
Honestly, it's always been kind of a dream of mine since I was like very little. I was always like doing like little monologues from like Disney movies I would watch and like performing them for like relatives that would come over and they'd be like, "What is this girl doing? She's crazy." And I'd be like, "But this is so cool," or whatever. I don't know. It's always been like a huge dream of mine, especially with singing. So I'm really glad that I have the opportunity to pursue that.
Yes, I love that. When it comes to your music, what kind of message do you like to relate through your music? What do you hope your audience gets out of it when they hear Simone Miller songs?
Well, I find with my music, I try to conquer kind of obscure emotions, or just like kind of weird in between feelings. But really, I just want people to look at my music as a safe space to be like, it's okay to like feel these things, even though it's weird, or anything. Honestly, like, I hope that at any point in time, somebody can listen to my music and take whatever they need in that present moment from it.
I love that. Now, when it comes to inspiration to your artistry, who would you say you like to draw inspiration from when it comes to acting and singing?
Oh my gosh, so many people. So many people. Well, as for music, as of late, I've been super into Lizzie McAlpine, as I'm sure many have been. Her new album, 5 Seconds Flat, floored me. I love her. But I'm actually a huge fan of Stevie Wonder as well. I take so much inspiration from his lyrics. They're just beautiful. And I just love the sense of poetry that they put into their music. And I really try to take from that. And as for acting, same thing. Honestly, there's so many people. First person that kind of comes to mind is Robin Williams. Kind of the first, not the first, but one of the first movies that really took me back and like made me just rethink kind of everything, was What Dreams May Come, starring Robin Williams, and he's just incredible in that movie. Like, I studied that movie and I've watched it so many times over and over again. I love it so much and I could gush about it forever and ever.
That is a great lineup right there. That's such a great mixture of legendary people in itself. Now we have to get into your project. So can you tell us about your most recent project, Acquaintance? What is that about?
Yeah, for sure. It's this, okay, so Acquaintance is my latest single that I released. I love it so much. And yeah, honestly, it's kind of my homage to being an introverted person, who happens to be in social settings quite a lot. But yeah, the song's kind of all about just accepting the fact that, hey, this isn't my crowd. That's fine. I accept that. I'm just gonna kind of take a step back. You guys do what you do, like no shame. Like, I'm hyping you up from the corner, but not my scene.
I love that. In 2020, the world was given a glimpse into the lives of legendary gospel sister group, the Clark sisters, and we saw you grace the screen as well in their biopic, The Clark Sisters, where you played a young Dorinda Clark. So first and foremost, congratulations on that.
Thank you so
What
much.
was that experience like portraying Dorinda Clark in that movie? And did you have a chance to have one-on-one time to kind of study her and learn a little bit about their family history?
Honestly, it was such an incredible experience. I honestly was just so amazed to see such an incredible cast that was lots of people within the racialized group. like a lot of Black people on screen, which is like so inspiring to me. I was on that set when I was pretty young. I think I was 12. I think I want to say 11 or 10, 12, within that age range. Uh, yeah, I remember just like walking up and like sitting in the makeup chair, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I see like all these people like braiding hair, and I'm like, I'm home. I want to stay here forever. I loved it. But yeah, as for kind of getting able to immerse myself within the Clark sisters for the brief moment that I was on screen, it was incredible, just to see such an inspiring group come so far and stay so close to their family and really grounded in what means the most to them. So yeah, it was a really humbling experience, especially to kind of come to that with all the other girls who were portraying the younger versions of our characters. Yeah, I loved it.
Oh, that's amazing. And most recently, you have been seen portraying Mannix on CBC TV series Run the Burbs. So, how would you describe Mannix and her role in the series?
Well, Mannix is fun. I love Mannix. When auditioning for her, it was really interesting for me to see the scene that I got to audition with. It didn't actually make the cut to screen, but it was a scene that really emphasized kind of almost a little bit of awkwardness. Sometimes like Mannix has like a lot of those like, sorry, my bad, like it's fine kind of moments, which I love to play off of because that is very much me. Mannix is just such a fun person. But I think in this season, especially, we get to see her come into her own a little bit. She plays a girlfriend to Kia Pham in the Pham family. And they're kind of having a couple struggles within their relationship. And I kind of think we get to see her grow and mature a little bit and realize what she really wants moving on, and how she kind of views relationships and how she wants to move forward and navigate kind of like this new awkward realm of dating and maintaining those relationships that really matter to her.
That's so relatable. I'm sure so many teens and young adults can relate to this situation as well. And you've had so many gigs, a lot of things happening in your life with both singing and acting. How do you manage to balance both?
I don't know. Honestly, my biggest motto has just kind of been take it one day at a time. I mean, but you know, I'm a human being. I'm like 2 years old. Of course, I get overwhelmed. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, I think it really helps just because I'm really close to my family. They definitely help ground me and keep me humble and all that good stuff. But yeah, I think it's really just a matter of taking one thing at a time, one step at a time, one day at a time, and just making the most of each experience as they come.
Oh, I love that. And you're also no stranger to giving back in good causes, and you support the Jamaican Canadian Association. So can you briefly talk about the organization and some of the services that are provided from them?
Yeah, for sure. So actually, I worked with the Jamaican Canadian Association a while back. I was younger, and with my dad, actually, we painted a church for them. Yeah, it was great. It was, again, like so humbling, and it just felt so good to be giving back and doing something good and be a part of something that was so much bigger than me. And yeah, my heart goes out to the Jamaican Canadian Association. I hope I can work with them again soon because, again, it just brought me so much joy to just be there with everybody painting this church. And like, I didn't know what I was doing. I barely, like, the first time I had ever like handled the paintbrush, and I was there with like a bunch of painters, and they were like teaching me how to do it, and it was so fun.
Didn't mess anything up, did you?
Pardon?
You didn't mess anything up, did you?
I hope not. I don't think so.
Now, out of everything that you have done, what would you say has been the most memorable or your favorite moment thus far?
Oh, um, I would say I have two moments, one for acting and one for singing. For acting, I would definitely say one experience that will last me a lifetime was working on the set of Detention Adventure. I played Rain on the CBC series, and yeah, I grew up on that set. I started when I was 12, and we finished our third and final season when I was around, I believe, 15. Um, but yeah, I will cherish that experience for the rest of my life. It was really my first series where I got to play a leading role. So it was definitely a huge learning curve for me. But honestly, like, it just makes me so happy, even just thinking about it now. It was such an I don't even have words. It's just it was a breathtaking experience, and I wish everybody the best on that cast. We're all still close, we all still check up on each other, which I love. They're really like my family. So I would say definitely Detention Adventure for acting. As for music, I would say I had the opportunity last summer to open up for the Arkells and Blue Rodeo with for a summer event for the Ernst & Young firm. Yeah, and that was kind of my first big performance, because the Arkells and like Blue Rodeo, I'm like, oh my god, that's crazy. And I remember like walking in like wide-eyed, looking at the stage, looking at the crew and everyone and all the working pieces and how they intertwine and work together, and getting together a band, which was sick. Yeah, it was really, I was walking around all day and I just didn't have words. I remember like I was just shaking with like the amount of joy that I had. I was like, I can't believe I get to do this. My life is crazy. Like, I'm so grateful. So yeah, I would definitely say that is a moment that I will cherish forever.
I was going to say, I can feel the excitement coming out of you. As soon as I asked that, you immediately knew, and your face just started glowing as soon as you started reminiscing back on those moments. I love it. Now, what is next for Simone Miller? What else can our listeners expect to see and hear from you in the future, or at least whatever it is that you are allowed to disclose, obviously?
Yeah, for sure. Actually, I am coming out with a new single pretty soon. So stay tuned for that. I'm very excited. It definitely actually pays homage to kind of what we were talking about towards the beginning, of kind of feeling overwhelmed and kind of like not being able to keep up with everything, but again, just take things one moment at a time. It's just kind of the overall message of the song. I don't know if I've actually released the title of the song yet, but it's coming soon, I promise. So yeah, that is my most recent project, and I'm very excited.
Yes. Now, for all of our listeners who want to stay up to date with everything that is going on in your world, how can they do that? How can they find Simone Miller?
For sure. You can find me on Instagram. My handle is simone.mcq. I have all my updates on there, everything that's going on with me, you'll see there. Also on my TikTok, which is just simone.miller, which again has everything. Super fun time, and feel free to stop by if you'd like after watching this.
Yeah, there you go. Keyword after watching. Make sure you guys stay up to date with everything that is going on in Simone Miller's world, especially with the new projects that she has coming out, which she did not give the title yet. So that gives you even more of a reason to follow her so you can find all that exclusive information. But before we let you guys go, just a reminder to follow us as well. We are on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at _all-of-the-above-1. That is how you stay up to date with everything that is going on in our world. We also have a website, so make sure you check that out at www.alloftheabove-podcast.com. That is where you will see even more information and a few recaps and clips of all of our interviews, such as this one. And last but not least, we are also on YouTube. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button at All of the Above Podcast. That is where you will see this amazing interview with the beautiful Simone Miller, as well as a host of other interviews that we have on our show as well. So you have no excuse not to find us. But before we go, thank you again so much, Simone. It is such a pleasure chatting with you, and I wish you so much continued success. I already know that your career is going to continue flourishing because you have such a great spirit and a talent as well.
Thank you so much. I had so much fun in this interview. Really enlightening and just awesome to look back on everything. So thank you for giving me that opportunity. And yeah, like she said, everyone go subscribe. What are you doing? This is amazing. Come on. You don't want to miss out. That's good stuff. Come on now.
Murder. And as always, I'm your girl, Angel Marie, and we will see you guys next time.
Wednesdays at 7, Angel Marie and Kevin playing the illest records, bringing us back together. Philly is all season, swimming through any weather, leaving the track bleeding, way we pull it together.